Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Seablock. And speaking of things that are blocked, smelting is blocked, completely blocked. Generally, whenever I'm playing normal Factorio through most of my playthroughs, I'm very anti-buffer, or I don't like to use buffers on things, specifically because it hides problems. It just delays the inevitable, as it were. Um, and when you have a warehouse, it just delays that problem just a lot more. And so that's what's happened. The warehouse is backed up. That's causing all smelting to back up, and because everything's interdependent, uh, everything's currently backed up. Um, I've been thinking about this for a little bit longer than I probably should. What I want to do is completely tear all this down and redo it. There's a couple of things. One, I would like to get all of this or sulfuric acid set up and the sulfuric wastewater and all that stuff. I'd like to get that kind of centralized, so that we can have better control over where we're going to send that, because there are some other places we're going to be sending it here soon, instead of just recycling it all. And I'd like to modularize these so that they are just the liquefiers and the filter units, I think, and make the export product of these little modules to be the mineral sludge as opposed to the ore itself. And that and this geode setup is all kinds of messed up. I think my ratio is wrong here. I think I have an extra row, which may be throwing everything off. But you know, it's fine for now. It's crushing geodes. Um, and so I was thinking about how do I want to do that, but then I thought better, and you know, we just redid this, and I don't want to spend a lot of time just redoing things. So I think I'm going to move forward with this design at least until something better comes along, and I'm sure it's probably just around the corner. So what I want to focus on now is keep focusing on the blue science. That's what we need to do. We're going to need to process the silicon into the silicon chips. There's some other things we can do with some of these smelting setups that's going to help us. And we need to get gold and aluminum. Those were items on the list. So what I think I'm going to do... Oh, and we need to fix up the whole smelting backup problem we have. There's that too. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to redo some stuff, but I'm going to start right here, and start working from there. We'll get rid of all this stuff. Let's see. I think I have an extra warehouse in my pocket. I do. Let's plop that down here somewhere so we can dump off some of this garbage. I'm going to clear out all this mess, and I will see you very shortly. So after beginning this episode talking about buffers and warehouses and things like that and how they don't solve problems, they just kick them further down the road, I think what I'm going to do is build some more buffers and warehouses and start out that way. I want to clear out this warehouse. Let's leave it a little bit of space. I want to kind of move all this over as well. And let's put some space in between these, maybe like 3. That seems good. Let's see. Copper, tin, lead, iron, silicon, and then finally we will have one over here for nickel. And let's just start... I mean, I could probably just hand do this, but, you know, let's just send them all out. Let's see. We have copper, nickel, lead... iron, silicon, and nickel. And I think we can just borrow these filters from all around here. And clear out the silicon. That was... Oh, that is silicon. What was this one? Nickel. Nickel. All right, let's see. You're going to go over there. 1... 2, 3. Let's see. Red belt. I'm a little confused by these loaders because we have red loaders. But the yellow ones seem to be fine. I don't know what the difference is between 30 items a second. Oh, okay, so it goes up a step. So the yellow does do the red belt speed. So that's why that works. Interesting. That is not what I would have expected at all. That's why we read tooltips. All right, we'll put iron into that one. And then we need one for silicon and nickel. All right, and I think that's all the ores that we're generating in there. What's the other white one there? Cotinium. That shouldn't be in there. Okay, that process will get going. Let's dump off some of this garbage. Actually, this garbage can dump right back in. Tin, iron, copper. Is that it? Slag. All right, and that'll filter itself out. Is that not set to slag? It is. Did the slag not go in there? No, it didn't. Okay, let's clear off some space down here. Now there's a couple of we've generally just been crushing and then sorting the ore. It's not the most basic way to do it in this mod, but it's one of the more basicer ways to do it. I want to advance some of this a little bit. First step, let's put it in line. We're going to leave a little bit of space and throw this down right here. So far, we've been just crushing, we've been sorting the crushed stone. However, there's a sorting recipe here for the chunk method that's going to give us the aluminum and gold that we need. So we want to sort at least this one for now. It's, you can do this with all the different ores. I think just for what we need right now, doing just the rubite will get us what we want, because it's a little less efficient to get the base things that we really need, like iron, by doing that floating method. You get a lot more in other ways, and we'll look at that here very shortly. So that's going to produce all of these minerals. And let's see. Let's do that where we... let's see. I wanted to move this over a little bit. Let's make you the new target goal to send stuff to. And we'll build everything based off of you. All right, so we want to sort chunks is what we need to do. So we need to make chunks. Well, how do we make chunks? We make chunks with, did I make some of these? Yes, I did. These little guys right here, these are called flotation cells. And the ratio that we need for these is basically 8. It should be 8 of these to 4 of these. And that should give us what we want. This takes the crushed rubite as well as purified water and turns that into these chunks, as well as some wastewater and some extra geodes, which is something we need more of. Let's go ahead and move this down a little bit just for space. And let's set all of these and see what we need to do to continue this. Okay, so the next step in the process is going to be the crushing. Let's see. Let's grab... There's going to be an input belt coming in and an output belt going out. We'll have to set up inputs for pure water. as well as outputs for the wastewater. And I haven't looked too far into these wastewater products. I'm assuming we can probably recycle them back to something. If nothing else, we can clarify them. And to feed this, we are going to need some crushers. I think technically just one would work, but yeah, let's do two. That's kind of what we've been doing. And let's see. Let's try to get this somewhat in line. Can I do this from map view? That would be optimal. Shift, click, down. Why did it add those? I thought it would ghost it. Well, either way. Okay, so that is basically our border. We didn't leave enough space, did we? Okay, well, as long as we stay on the inside there, we should be just fine. Actually, this and this don't need to be in line. Just all this down here needs to be in line. So I think we're good. All right, so you will take an input. Let's space this out. 1, 2, 3, just a little bit more. And we'll bring you like that. Do one of these right here, and then have a line going like that, which will be our stone output. Filter. Fish. All right, and we'll have to get some filter inserters. All around, I guess. That'll be all right, though. Inserter, and filter inserter. What's the ratio here on, let's say, rubite? You're going to take in 1 ore, and you are going to crush 2 things and 1 stone. So if we do something like that right there, that should work out well. We'll set the filter for you to the crushed stone. That's here. Okay, and your filter will have to be the crushed rubyite. And you're going to crush that. You're going to make all that. I think that should be good. Our output is going to go directly up into here. And we'll just throw some inserters onto this. What are we talking about here? 6. Every 1.5 seconds. Throw 3 of them out there. All right, and I think we were doing just loaders out on these, and I think I'm still good with that. You will load out into this, and we may have to redo that once we get all the other setups down. But for right now, I think that works. All right, you guys are going to need to insert stuff. You need 2 chunks every 2 seconds. And you're going to output geodes and 2 chunks every 2 seconds. We'll just do 1 inserter. I think that'd be fine. And we're going to have a filter off here for geode type things. Was that the? It was the cyan one. Okay, we happy with that setup? I think so. And I think I'm going to move these crushers down so that they will be in line. Even if we're not going to do this process on all of them, I still want to leave the space for it. And speaking of, what do we need to do? We're going to need one set up here for the bobmonium, because I still want to continue to do that. And we're going to want another one. And I think we're going to want still yet another one. All this does that for, I mean, there's different combinations to get different ores. I think the rubite is the only one I'm really interested in doing the floating on right now, because it's really the only one we need. The others are just going to produce stuff that's going to warehouse up, and it's a little less efficient to getting the ores that we're interested in. So I'm not altogether too concerned about it. Are we out of inserters? No, everything went down fine. Okay, so let's set this one to the sapphirite. We'll do that here. Here I want to do the givelite, because we're actually going to look into doing something a little different. So set all those up, and you're going to be the sapphirite. And that's all stone. That's good. And let's see, we want to set you to bobmonium for now. All right, and let's see, what does that line up with? That lines up exactly with this crusher. That's going to have to be a level 2, and there's only going to be one there. And this one over here, we'll just leave it as a level 1, because that's what I currently have, and we'll just put it right there. Not putting too much thought into this, because I know that I'm probably going to rebuild it all here soon. All right, so what you're making, you're going into there, and what you're making, you're going to go into there. You are going to do just the regular bobmonium ore sorting, like we had going before. And this should be all set up. These guys, we're going to do something a little different. Let's go ahead and take these up, and you're going to go into there, and you're going to go into there. And we're going to do this process right here, which is going to take 2 crushed sapphirite, 2 crushed givelite, and one of these mineral catalysts, and it's going to turn that into 4 iron ore. Now, not only is this a little bit more efficient, it's whenever you do like a crushed sapphirite to or crushed givelite to and sort it, you're getting at about a 4-to-2 crush to ore ratio. And if you do it this way, it's 1-to-1. We're getting 2 sapphirite, 2 givelite, we're getting 4 iron out of it, and plus we're not getting any of the byproducts. Now, to do this, we're going to need a mineral catalyst. And I think with what we've got going on here, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. All right, so we need to reset some of these. Let's see. I don't want you making bobmonium anymore. I want you making the rubite. Actually, it'd probably be better to make this one the rubite and put you back to bobmonium. Okay, and we're going to have a whole bunch of junk on the belt here. And that's okay. Let's see, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. We've got this. We have an extra one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we do. What do we want to do with our extra one? We need to make the mineral catalysts, but... Well, I tell you what. Let's see. You don't need to run anymore because we're supplementing oxygen, so it's not really that important that you run. Let's just turn this off for now, and we'll get it set up a little bit later. I want to get the rest of these processes running. I miscalculated that by quite a bit. All right, so this will now be that line. Okay, this is going to be the rubite line. And you'll remain bobmonium. And you will remain givelite. Yeah, I don't know why I'm using those combinations there. Doesn't make a lot of sense in hindsight. Do we have an underground? Yes. All right, we're gonna have to run this quite a ways down. This will only be temporary though, because I want to do this a little bit differently in the future. We'll work toward that. Right now, we just need to get these materials being processed so we can get some blue science going. That'll happen someday, hopefully, eventually. Okay, you're gonna go on down here. And you're going to go into that spot. You're going to go into that spot. There. Oh, yeah, we got that big giant group of worms down there. I'm not too excited about dealing with that. All right, so that kind of gets that stuff being made. I want to take, I think, if my calculation was right, we're only going to need one of these making mineral catalysts. And the mineral catalysts just are made from the mineral sludge. Nothing too fancy there. Let's see, we'll just cut through here for now. And that is going to come down, and we need to feed that currently into this machine. And I think we'll leave that up in case there's some other catalysts that we want to look at. All right, but that'll go in right there. And then we've got 7 extra ones that we can do. I'm sure we'll probably find something to do with that. All right, so this will be our excess stone line. Let's see, let's just take this up for now. And we'll put that into a warehouse, and that'll be our landfill maker, like it was before. And then you need pure water, and we need to do something with that. Let's see. Do I have one hydro plant? Do I have another? And if not, what do I need to make one? Iron. Iron. Just iron. Electrolyzers. Yeah, no. And do I have some more pipe laying up here? That would be extremely handy. Anything else we're running low on? Power poles, but we have wooden ones. That'll be fine. Let's dump off this ore. Okay, so let's see, wastewater. I want to continue taking this off in that direction. There's no good spot to do this. We'll just do it down here for now. Okay, so this nitric wastewater, I'm pretty sure we can recycle that into something. Okay, that turns into pure water as well as mineralized water. All right, and pure water. Man, you guys are noisy. We can generate that from just regular water because we've done it before. Wow, they are super unhappy about this power plant being here. Or about this water plant being here. All right. They don't mind me standing here. Okay, so that's going to come in. Do we have a clarifier? We have one clarifier. We're going to need 2. Can I make another one? Yes. Oh, nope, went too far down. Pure water, salt water, mineral water. I haven't done any calculations on this. Big surprise there on how much water we need to generate, if this is even going to be enough. I'm assuming it probably will be. I'm assuming that this one by itself is not going to be enough. I do not know that for a fact, though. All right, yeah, and this isn't going to be here. This is just kind of bootstrapping to get that all started up there. Okay, now these, however, are going to be here. Should have did the power poles as part of the original blueprint. And yeah, let's go ahead and just get this. Where's power? Oh, there's some down here. Get that process going. Okay, that should get this process going. Okay, there's our chunks. Okay, and then we need to get... these processes going. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to get you out of there too, huh? That needs to go into here. All right, you, what's your problem? Oh, I didn't do the crushed. There we go. That would help. Help matters considerably. All right, so bobmonium is coming in, and it's fine except for an inserter is missing power. Not that it's needed. All right, so that's getting us our silicon, which we're going to need. This is providing us, we should have some aluminum, gold, very nice. And then we've got our pure iron coming in. No more copper, no more nothing. And speaking of copper, copper is still draining out. All right, clear all that out. Clear all that out. And we need to set up things going from here to here. Let's see, let's do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You are going to be copper. You are going to be tin. You are going to be iron. No, you are going to be lead. And we don't have any lead right now, but we can go ahead and set it up. Oh no, actually we do have lead from the rubite, right? And I'm out of belt. I might have some in this chest up here. If not, we can go and take a look at some of the changes I made to the mall in between episodes. I moved basically stone processing, all the stone processing, with the exception of making it. We're still making it up there off the slag, where the slag actually running will be again here soon. But yeah, it's moved down here. We're making the stone pipe as well as the stone brick, and I need to get that stone back up. And then I took this clay setup, or for the clay bricks that we were using earlier. It's pretty much the exact same setup. I moved it over here, and I have no idea why it's backed up right now. Oh! Yeah, I do. I was draining off some of these excess items with the chest there. But yeah, I just tacked it onto the end here. We have this furnace and our pipe set up. Let's go ahead and grab some of those. And once we get the stone back flowing again, that should make this work. Get the slag back flowing again, that should start working again. All right, this is moving again. Yeah, this geode thing irks me. I kind of feel like I did the opposite here. I feel like I should incorporate the geodes into the block and then pull the the thing that I did do per block out. I centralized the wrong thing, I believe. All right, and how's this going? Looks pretty good. Looks like we're... Go figure. All right, 10. Lead. You are going to be iron, precious iron. Silicon. And nickel. Which I think that's really all we have. I mean, we don't... Are we creating nickel here? Where are we creating nickel? You're creating nickel. Okay, so we are creating nickel still. And we don't have a lot to do with that. I'm sure that will change, though. All right, gold and aluminum for now. I'm just going to let it kind of buffer up in here. It's going to be made in such quantities, small quantities compared to everything else, that I don't think that is going to be much of an issue. All right, you are gone. We can take you out. And I would hook these lines up, but I think there's some work we need to do up here as well. So I'm going to hold off on that for now. Yeah, not the neatest or nicest little setup in the world, but I believe it's going to work right now for what we're needing. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where we're going to take on this area up here and make some improvements and make some additional things. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.